Reverend Jeremiah Wright has his theories and he's sticking to them. Take this assertion from a few years ago.
The government lied about inventing the HIV virus as a means of genocide against people of color. Governments lie.
Now, under the glare that's gotten Barack Obama into such a deep political dilemma, Reverend Wright is asked, do you really believe that?
Have you read Horowitz's book, Emerging Viruses, AIDS and Ebola?
In the 1996 book Emerging Viruses, Dr. Leonard Horowitz wrote that HIV was introduced to gay men in New York and blacks in Central Africa by a U.S. government-sponsored hepatitis B vaccine, a program of genocide, Horowitz claims, designed to reduce the world's population. The author is grateful for Reverend Wright's acknowledgement.
He's simply doing a godly service and a public service by pointing out the truth that has been heavily suppressed by government officials as well as, unfortunately, the mainstream media.
Horowitz claims the Centers for Disease Control came up with one of the strains of the vaccine and then helped cover the scheme up. Contacted by CNN, a CDC official points to government-sponsored research that identifies a subspecies of chimpanzees in Western Africa as the original source of HIV. This is a widely held theory among medical researchers. But Reverend Wright cites another book that has more historical support.
Have you read Medical Apartheid? Based on the Tuskegee experiment and based on what has happened to Africans in this country, I believe our government is capable of doing anything.
The Tuskegee experiment was a government-sponsored program started in the 1930s to examine the spread of syphilis. Men who already had it were not told, and a cure was withheld from them. President Bill Clinton apologized for the program in 1997. Reverend Wright also supports a theory from one researcher on how white and African American children have different ways of learning and thinking. The theory that kids with European origins have a left brain cog from which they learn by observing objects, and that African American children are right brain oriented, learning creatively and intuitively from people. We spoke with a prominent child psychiatrist and a noted education expert about that left brain, right brain theory. Both said it is not a very widely held view. Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.